Test, test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. We're gonna go there and hopefully it won't peak. I'd hope. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Slay the Princess. Now, from what I have learned so far about this game, it's gonna get dark in a lot of places, so let's just throw a content warning here. There's going to be a lot of dark themes. It's going to be very spooky. There will be mild flashing lights from what I saw. Uh, Depictions of self harm and other things. So if you are not the biggest fan or are uncomfortable with that, I'd suggest not being here, as well as realistic depictions of gore and violence. So, with that being said, just general warnings for you. And I'm peeking again. God damn it. So, if you're not okay with that sort of thing, this is your tune out point. But with that being said, let's play. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions, there are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Okay. Let's full screen this. I cannot see my mouse. Okay. Interesting. Uh, Fucking can I hit? Okay, there we go. Can I use? Okay, there we go. So, this is a visual novel from what I can tell. And I did not take my meds today, so. Oh, I can see my mouse on here, though. Why is it still. Okay. Well, let's get right into it. How about? Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Oh, it's narrated for me. Ooh. Okay. But why, though? Explore the end of the world. What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to be the end of the world is because she is locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Damn. Okay. We got a lot of options here. And I did not turn on my live chat, so let me do that. Alright. Uh, okay. So, there's multiple endings, so I'm just gonna go with what I deem best first. So, uh, I'm gonna ask what he's talking about. But why though? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not gonna kill her. Um, I'm gonna ask this. Blood, I'm not gonna kill the princess if she's just gonna. If, do you have any evidence? Blood, fuck you. I just got here. Piss, piss off. Um, so you have no evidence for this. You can't tell me how she's gonna end the world. Uh, oh, okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Uh, Viva la revolution. Uh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. First you say a princess, now you say a chicken, man. You're confusing the shit out of me. Uh, why do I have to do this? Why? Why though? Why? Why the fuck don't you do it? If you're so intent on it. Uh, yeah. Have you considered I'm fine with that? Well, maybe I do. Maybe I do. Yeah. Um, let's see. Alright. I'm gonna go. But if she's not evil, I'm not doing it. I don't know, man. My pullout game is pretty strong. But let's go see. Alright, I will do that then. Why is she locked up in here? I feel like he knows what he's talking about. Oh, I only get. Oh, wait, hold on. Do I only get one option here? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make sure this is running correctly because my OBS keeps saying it's fucking up. So let's find out. Uh, oh, piss me. You can't even hear it. Okay, first of all, it is fucking up. So, we're just gonna do this a second. Uh, here, here. Preferences. Windowed. Alright. We're gonna do this again, and now you can hear it. So let's try this again, and this time you can actually hear the words that are being
You're
said.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
And also see what's going on.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her. Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
I'm just gonna go back through all the options I picked originally so you can hear it and see it.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's
And
about
that's
to
why I
ruin
was
everything.
talking about a chicken and or egg.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her. Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey. Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Showing princess doesn't?
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Rah. Rah. Take my scary finger, narrator. Yeah.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Wait, if she's already fine in the well, why do I have to kill her if she's already like locked up? Okay.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Wait, give me 1 second.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I was getting housing figured out. Alright. I don't really have any other choice but to proceed into said cabin. So let's do that.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. Take it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I mean, maybe. We'll see. Oh, now I have Das Blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
That's
Don't let it
spooky.
fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Dude, she's I thought she was trained up. Oh yeah, she is.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Hello.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
How's it going?
She's so coldly beautiful.
Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yup. That is what I'm here to do, apparently. What? No, what? 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 No.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The
Wait.
blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it.
Well, I'm not gonna
Don't
do
you
that
dare.
either.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
That's what I'm saying. Nah, I don't want to drop it.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me?
I mean,
Because you should be.
let me move this over here. Where is it? There we go. I mean, yes, I'm terrified, but also, I mean, yeah, a little, yeah. There's maybe a slight amount of
You
pee.
step forward, your grip on the blade tightens as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Yeah, that would be how that works.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Woman, you're not giving yourself a lot of leeway. Like, I was down to hear you out, and then you're just
She's
kind of...
armed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Can we just talk?
So close. Don't give up. You've come this far. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Maybe we can fix her. We can fix her.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
I'm not doing that either, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Well, fuck you! Here I am, trying... Well, fine. I guess we're at an impasse then.
Yes, we are.
So... Seen, like, any movies lately?
For the love of everything, just slay her already.
I don't
Or
know.
drop the blade. Do something.
Oh, fuck. I'm just gonna stare.
You stare at the princess, squinting fiercely. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
If that's what it takes, then yes.
You'll have to blink eventually. Just make a choice.
No, man, I'm winning this staring contest. Man, I mean...
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Sorry, mate, but...
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I don't like the way you said that.
Against
Hello.
your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I'm sure.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's
We
no
can
reason
fix
in-
her.
Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Yeah, like I'd forget about that.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Whoa, lady, whoa. I'm just talking here. Just talking. Yeah, pretty awkward. Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? Because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're gonna end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? You know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
No, that's why I fucking asked you. No.
You're lying.
Fuck.
How does she know that?
Don't think that just because I'm the one in chains, it means you have a right to interrogate me.
We're just talking here, lady. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Man, I'm starting to feel less and less bad about stabbing you.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Okay, we've talked.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Getting to that point.
You know why you're here.
I don't like the wording of that. And I'm not.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Well, I mean, part of me wants to kill this bitch, but another part of me wants to make my own choice of, and now you can't see my choices. And now we move down here. Do I slay her and listen to one asshole? Or do I make my own stupid decision? Well, as I do with most things in life, I'll make my own dumb decision.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
Womp
It's a
womp,
chance we'll have
I
to take.
win.
We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
Probably.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
Hey, I got my blade again.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? you can still turn around and finish the job.
Again. But if I kill her and she's not evil, I'm gonna feel kind of bad about it. Fuck. Nope, I'm slaying her.
Too late to do the right thing. Now hurry. You
Sorry,
charge the
madam.
princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Whoa. What's up with my hand? What the hell am I?
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow.
God damn.
We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't
Ow.
stop there. She kicks you
Ah.
a few times with the
Shit.
measure,
Ow.
the heated tip of her shoes
Fuck.
feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken
God
on the
damn it.
basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity.
Joke's on her. I'm into that
You
thing.
shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Whoopsie.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
Yes, ma'am.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs.
God damn.
The end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh. Chapter 2 of the Tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Oh, wait, but I
I can
died.
assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Okay, well, fuck you. I died.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Oh.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going
Rope.
to kill us again. She is
Okay,
not
well,
going to
hold
kill
on.
you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Okay, well, I know this time I'll kill her. Let's... That's very nihilistic. I'm going to proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
What's up?
She will lie, she will cheat.
Yes, I
She
know,
will do
I know.
everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
She didn't really do that last time.
We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Pro, stop being
Let
a
me tone
cuck.
down the pessimism just a smidge. I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic.
Well, I'm just being stupid, so
Being
fuck you.
annoying.
Thank you.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her.
Not planning
I cannot
on
stress
it.
enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone. You're
Oh, whoops.
I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her?
I'm not...
Given the stakes of the
We're gonna
situation,
kill her,
there isn't
okay?
really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please, try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and
Hey,
focus
I'm
on
with
saving
you
the
now, man.
world.
She fucked our shit
Let's
up
not
last
make this harder
time.
than
I'm
it has
kicking
to
her
be.
ass.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
You don't, so shut up. You're being annoying. Well, so what am I? I had like scales and shit and like weird claws.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay.
Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Well, I mean, comparison, right? Oh yeah, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Well, what's with the mirror then, asshat?
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
It's right there, dude.
Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to
Oh
die.
my
I'm
god.
sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It will
Well, I do. I don't know what the
get
fuck we are.
worse.
This is
The
just
last
my
man
everyday
often
life,
die unless
arguing
you
with the
let it
voices
happen.
in my head.
And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near
Well,
future.
fuck you. I'm looking in the mirror.
Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Thank you. That's very nice.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
Dude, shut the fuck up. I want to see how handsome I am. I'm gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
See, I got these like weird like claws and like this, like bumps.
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Well, I wanted to know what I was. Well, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Am I some kind of monster? Like, we sure we need a blade? I feel like I could just like
The door to
get
the
her with the
basement creaks
claws,
open,
you know?
revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice.
Thank
It's
you.
still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
That is fucking scary.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want
What
to.
the fuck is happening? I'm so confused.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Well, I literally have no other choice.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
What?
The princess towers over you.
Hello,
almost
madam.
Glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
Then why is she still
The
here?
little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You
here to
brought
kill
that
you.
knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
Ma'am, I'm not gonna
As
do
if
that.
on command, the blade slips from your grasp. It clatters uselessly to the floor.
Okay, well that seems a little unfair.
But we didn't drop it. We decided to grip it tighter, remember? Are you really just gonna let that happen to us? I have a duty to report facts as facts, and the fact is that you dropped the blade.
Oh fuck.
Of course we dropped it. She's so much more than us.
Dude, you're really bumming me the fuck out. Please stop.
Be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
I'm trying, man.
Kneel.
No. No.
Oh, are you still trying to defy me? I said kneel.
Your
Yes,
legs
ma'am.
buckle, and your knees hit the floor.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Okay.
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Okay.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new.
Dude.
And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Ma'am, I don't think
Well,
I'm
that gives
allowed
away
to
the
do
game,
that.
doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson.
Yeah, kill the
You
lady.
are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she? And you shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it?
Not really. I mean, I just kind of
He's
fucked
being
up.
melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her? Okay. First things first, the stakes of the
fuck.
situation should be perfectly clear.
He's being man. We're supposed to stop her. Here we go. Alright, first things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now, and if you're going to save the world, you need to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind. What would you have me do? What do you have planned? Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can't be whatever you want to be. You can be whatever you want to be. Well, she clearly wants to do it, though, so that's not going to work. What happened to you after I died? I'm not going to help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after. I just can't let you do that. I'm not pledging myself to her. Questions just because you're supposed to. Yeah, I'm not gonna help you do that, ma'am.
I say, perhaps you need another lesson in submitting to your betters.
Excuse me?
Pick up that needle.
What needle?
Do it. It's what she wants. No objections here. I don't know what she's planning, and I don't like that we don't know what she's planning, but we might as well pick up the blade. As your eye falls on the blade, you feel a weight. Some divine hand that sits unperceived by your senses, but that manages to push you towards its desires like an unseen puppeteer.
Do I have an option in this? Ah.
You reach forward and grasp the blade.
Stand.
I
This
love
one's easy.
JoJo.
See? This isn't so bad. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We were probably gonna stand anyway.
Guys, I don't like how easily... I don't...
You feel a creaking tension between body and will.
Me
as
no
you slowly
likey.
rise to your feet, like two foes forced into an unhappy truce. The princess eyes you with soft contemplation. The moment seems to last a lifetime, the silent anticipation of what's to come, dragging out the long, painful seconds. But all silences are broken eventually.
Stab, 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 stab.
To define me is to claim we stand on level ground. We do not. You are quiet shadow, while I am brilliant radiance.
Yes,
Take
ma'am.
that knife in your hand and slit your throat.
What?
No.
You don't have to listen to her. You're armed. Just steel your nerves, step forward, and end this.
Yeah, I want to do that one. And this.
Oh, we'll end this all right.
Oh,
Your
god
hand
damn
lifts
it.
the blade and brings it towards your throat. Okay, I apologize for the unclear language. End her.
Well, I think it's too late for that. Oh. Play the princess.
Your body is sluggish and unresponsive, actively fighting against you, but you do your best to stagger forward. One step at a time, you move.
Slitting your throat would have been a mercy, but it seems you're in need of a harsher lesson.
I'm done gonna get you. I'm gonna done shank you with this done knife here.
Plunge that knife into your lungs.
You don't wanna.
I'm sorry. Don't.
I don't.
As you take another
Owie.
step forward, the blade digs into your ribs, slicing through flesh with ease. It
Oh, that
seems
hurts.
like an entirely natural thing to do, while the simple act of walking has become an arduous impossibility.
Oh god, my lungs.
Then it slides back out, the wound burning as a small hiss of air escapes through the fresh orifice. Blood fills your lungs.
This is less than ideal.
Now, do it again. Keep doing it until I give you permission to stop.
Oh, fuck.
Those are just words. You don't have to listen to.
I really don't wanna.
It's what she wants.
Dude, shut the fuck up. You soy boy
Heroic
cuck.
one, what are you doing? Don't just let this happen. Stop him from killing you. I'm on it. Your other hand locks around your wrist, struggling to keep it from perforating vital organs. But the blade still flails towards you, managing to slice bits of skin that plop to the floor to join the growing pile of blood and gore beneath you. Despite the pain, you manage to keep yourself in one piece. At least for now.
One Piece.
What a pitiful display. A wounded little bird thinking it can defy a god. It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to hurt so much. You can choose a gentle end. You can choose to leave that punctured vessel for the next.
For the next? What? Oh, no, you're dead.
Or you can pathetically struggle against yourself until the floor of this temple is painted with the bloody impressions of your futility.
You continue to approach the princess,
I'm gonna get you.
even as the repeated gouging of your blade shows
fuck.
bone and muscle to the open air of the basement.
I'm done gonna get you. I'm done gonna dab you with this here knife right here. Stab, stab, stab.
You know, this would be a lot easier if you gave us a hand. My influence only goes so far.
Dude,
I can
I'm
only juggle
trying.
so many things at once. The best I can do right now is to continue to drive you forward. Believe me, this whole ordeal would be so much easier if I didn't have to contend. You're the one
Dude,
making
I'm
things
trying here.
difficult. You're the one making us hurt. She doesn't want to hurt us. She's just doing what she has to.
I feel like she's kind of doing it on purpose.
Stop.
Oh, like fuck. Ugh.
As you finish
Stab.
you fall
Stab,
to
stab.
your knees at the princess's feet, your chest heaving. as your blood pools in the crevices of the stone floor.
You know something here, lady.
Throat.
Fuck you. Stab, 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 stab. Hello, ma'am.
She kneels down, lifting your chin with her finger as her face lowers to yours.
Hello. How's it going?
Your devotion is misplaced. You've surrendered to delusion. But something about your defiant spirit speaks to me. You are different than you were before.
Well, yeah, 'cause now I know you're kind of an asshole, so I'm gonna stab you. Stab, 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 stab.
I can spare you from the release of death.
Oh.
There's a place at my side for you, if you'll have it. Not as an equal, but as something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps, or a pet.
Oh, that's kinda cool, but
Yes,
no.
how thoughtful of her.
How thoughtful of her indeed, Brady.
It's a mercy.
What kind of game are you playing?
She wants me as a pet, Brady. I'm kinda into it, but I have to stab
Still
her.
got whatever say he had at the start of all this.
I'm trying, Brady.
Insane. She's within
I'm really trying here.
negotiating now because she knows you have what it takes to put an end to her. See
'Cause I was playing this game. I'm gonna slay the princess.
No. Yes. Though your
Yeah.
body trembles, struggling to defend itself
Step,
in the face
step,
of the
step,
princess's
step, step,
overwhelming
step,
will,
step.
You finally manage to break through, darting to her side before she can react.
Hell yeah.
The
Fuck
wind of
you.
freedom rushes through you, and you channel it into a decisive blow, stabbing into the soft flesh of her ankle and severing the tendons in an act of unyielding defiance.
Yeah, no god, you are.
She falls to the floor, crashing unceremoniously to her knees.
Now who is the one who is the dumb?
Your heart pounding with determination, you plunge your blade into her chest. As you find your target again and again, she laughs, crude emotion breaking through her once stony composure as your blade cuts her flesh.
Stab,
We can do this.
stab,
Can't
stab, stabbity, stab, stab, stab,
You always could.
stab, stab.
The decision to give you this task was not made lightly. You're here for a reason.
It's not too late to pick up the pieces. It's not too late to toss that blade aside and beg for forgiveness.
Dude, shut the fuck up for like 1 second.
I can't believe you would actually strike me. You heathen! You worm! You defiler! You don't know the consequences of your arrogance!
Stab, stab, stabbity, stab, stab. Womp womp.
Before you can strike the final blow, the princess lashes out, knocking you off your feet.
Fuck.
There's
Ow.
a settling wet pop as your spine breaks, numbness and pain spreading through your body. As you rebound towards the ceiling in a moment of disorientated lightness, she drives her fist into your chest. Your body is crushed.
Oh, fuck
Your
me.
rises you into the floor, the ground itself breaking from the impact. You lie there, broken, beyond pain, unable to even see what she's done to you. But the princess is succumbing to her own wounds as well. She looks down upon her body in abject horror and disgust.
Get fucked.
You made me use my hands. I can feel myself twisting into something new, something dull, something defiled. What have you done to me?
Sorry.
Monsters and conspirators. I cannot bear to watch this.
The princess has been nothing but cruel to you. You should feel liberated by her fall.
I do. I feel
But
quite
I
good.
don't feel liberated. I feel empty.
Aside from the pain, I feel fine. She collapses to the floor. Her glassy eyes watch, unblinking, yet somehow still full of anguish and fear, as the two of you perish together.
Get fucked. Night night.
We were never gonna get a happy ending here, were we?
Ah, it's fine. We fucked up in the beginning, but we wrapped around in the end.
Don't let those, I guess.
Whoops. Don't let those be your found plans. Shit, that's worth something. I agree.
Regardless of how you feel about it, it's finally over. Thank you.
everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, another day, another victory for the OG. Taking down the sweats. The furry. The furry.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path... Okay, what the hell is that?
What the fuck happened?
I think he's upset.
Yeah, thank you.
What's he got to be upset about? We just killed a god.
Exactly. You heathens destroyed the most beautiful thing that ever was, and ever will be.
What the fuck?
Right, we did. You'll get over it. Can't say
Oh,
much
great, we get a new one.
She was bad for us, and you almost got us killed. You're being too generous. He did get us killed. Alright, enough chatter. Got a thing I'm supposed to do, and if you don't mind, I'd like to do it without any more interruptions. Okay, great, you're listening. You're on a path in the woods.
And at the end of the path is a
If your
cabin.
thing is telling us about the princess, don't waste your breath. We know all about her. It's hardly a path in the woods at this point, is it? This is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Click.
Okay, we're turning those down just a tad.
Yeah, you think?
Actually, I don't think we have been here. This is all different, isn't it?
Yeah, we are in hell.
Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
Yes, sir. I just stay here and do nothing else, and we hit this point, then what happens?
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there.
Well,
It is a there.
that's
It doesn't
stupid.
matter because we're going to win. Now that's exactly the sort of mindset I like to see. Don't let yourself be consumed with self-doubt. Don't flirt with oblivion. Just focus on the present and everything will be absolutely fine.
Okay. To the cabin. Oh, the squelching.
Good. We're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill.
There's a
Find
cabin.
the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her.
With pleasure.
No final words of advice?
Shut up.
I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard.
Thank you.
If there's still a princess at the cabin,
Oh, my fucking god with this guy.
maybe if we just grovel and apologize, things can go back to how they were before.
Oh, cut it out, will you? We need to be tough right now, and you're making it so much harder than it has to be, so stop whining.
To the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten.
Oh my
There
god.
was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it
Oddly
was.
beautiful.
Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Gross.
That's horrible. You did this.
The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, let's grab it then. And take the blade.
You take the blade from the pedestal. It will be difficult.
We aren't
to see
fucking
the
around with the
princess's
mirror this
face
time.
without a
We're
weapon.
getting our job done. We're gonna kill this bitch.
Good. Nothing feels better than gripping cold steel.
You shut up too. All of you are being annoying little pieces of gat. How are we supposed to...
Mirror? There is no mirror. We've done this already. Try to keep up. The repetition is maddening.
I just want to get
I
the
don't know
thing.
what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more likely. What are you trying to say exactly?
I'm saying I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
He thinks we've lost it, that we're succumbing to madness, that something in us has broken.
That's an unnecessarily melodramatic way to describe a hallucination, but sure. I'm not going to waste time arguing with any of you. It went away. after I
Oh,
finished
the
it, and
voices
I
in my
just
head. They
do
won't
it
stop
again.
talking. Okay.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange.
Thanks.
It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now?
I don't fucking know.
Smash it to pieces. It's the only thing keeping us from her.
Don't you want to know what we'll see in there? We won't be able to see anything if we smash it. Nah, I'm with him on this one. Smash it! Let's get violent already. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time.
In we go.
Bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. As
Yeah.
a command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You
Happened
step forward
last time,
into the darkness.
jackass.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls
God
wet with
fucking
tumulus
damn.
growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
Oh, that doesn't
The
make
air
no
is
sense to
thick,
me.
its odor an oppressive violence. The metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
The classic line.
Her
Classic.
voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
Uh-oh.
Was severing the tendons of my ascension not enough for you? Was it not enough to rend my divine heart? Come, see the horrors you've wrought upon my flesh, and feel my hands set upon your throat.
Okay.
She's so angry with us. Why? Why did you desecrate her? Why couldn't I stop you?
'Cause you're a soy boy cuck, voice of the broken.
Stop thinking about her like that. It isn't doing anyone any good. She's not some untouchable god. She's an abomination.
It's just turned into
Put an end to
Bloodborne.
her once and for all.
Whatever she is now is our fault. If she's an abomination, then what does that make us?
I don't fucking know. Frankly, I don't give two shits.
If I might interject, you didn't make her into an abomination. She's always been what she is. It's why you're here, and it's why your task is so important.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Sure.
The chambers
Hello,
walls are
madam.
covered in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin.
Ah,
Heart
damn.
beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
One of two things, and I am scared about both of them.
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground. And she
Oh.
a glistening arm free from her bindings.
This seems not good.
She is loose, and she is coming for you. Let her end it. It's the punishment you all deserve for what you did to her. It's the punishment I deserve for letting it happen. Screw that.
Stab, stab, stabbity, stab,
Done it
stab.
before, and we'll
Stab,
do it
stab,
again, only
stabbity,
this time
stabby.
we'll make it out the other side. Hell, she's practically done most of the work for us.
Yeah. I'm gonna just slay the princess.
Your heart free of fear, you charge towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
Stab, stab, stabbity, stab, stab.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
With a horrifying
Oh!
you are unwound.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever.
Why are there feathers?
I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Sorry, I guess. Can you put my organs back in? I kinda need those. Oh. True to her word, you do not die by her hand. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Where's the... I'm gonna look in the mirror.
Don't do this. It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I don't want to look at us.
Well, I don't think we really get a choice to approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
I don't want to look at us.
Voices feel small distance as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Hey, it's me. What am I? You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet down here. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Oh, what the fuck is happening here? What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Man. I'm just a silly little guy. What can I say? I'm just a dude
A person, a set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person.
Well, sure, okay.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Uh... uh, we know each other.
You are familiar, but you are not me.
I'm not.
Sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Okay. You the princess.
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Okay.
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Man, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out things here, man.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
Cool. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Fucking, you got me there. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Okay.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Cool.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
You wouldn't set me
I'm
to slay the
only
prince.
just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. I know only that they are.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Okay.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Okay.
Give me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh my god.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
How many pieces?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay, just do it.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path.
Oh
in
my
the woods,
god, what the
And at
fuck?
the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or R1 on your controller. Okay, to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay.
You're gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is the blade is your implement.
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Okay. To the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen
I think we're
light
just
in the
gonna-
room below.
We're just gonna
This
done
is
kill
an
her this time.
oppressive place.
We're just
The
gonna
air
follow
feels heavy
orders.
and damp, a hint of rot
No thanks,
filtering
just
from
do.
ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Joe Mama.
She sounds dangerous.
Don't let it fool you.
Yeah.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the
Yes,
world?
she is, and we're gonna done stab her in the
Focus
face a
on the
bunch.
task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
This knife here.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that...
Whoops. Yep, and I plan on it.
You should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Yeah, well, I kind of figured it out.
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
On it.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Gonna stab you now. Stab,
You
stab.
feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, is that why she kept calling me a... I legit have feathers. Interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, I figured this way it's just gonna be easier.
this is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Ah, fuck you.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Bye-bye.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
My guess is no, but I feel like she has to have some kind of
Over.
trick.
You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden.
Okay.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Nope. Time to remove the blade. Gonna
Lean
take
down
this.
and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt.
I'm gonna take that.
And
Thank
as you
you.
begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab in your side. What was that?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Oh, you dick!
Quick, let's get out of here.
Oh no, we gotta stab her again. Oh!
It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
Oh, you bitch!
As you fall,
What?
she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
Receiver is not dead. So she wasn't. Or at least that's my guess.
Oh. Is that what it meant by all that mumbo jumbo?
Well, yeah, because the ending is like, I am whatever you perceive me to be, or whatnot.
Oh. Well, I perceive you as a bitch.
And remember how it literally said she perceived
Oh.
herself to be alive and well?
Hold on.
And it's trying to tell you, no, it's dead. She's dead.
So if I just believe she's nice, she's gonna be a nice little thing.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
Still, fuck you.
See you around.
Yeah. See you next time.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
Okay, to be fair, I thought that would work.
For whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, that's new. The razor.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright, let's kill this bitch again, but this time
To slay her,
she gonna stay dead.
it will be the end of the world.
To the cabin!
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will cheat.
She will
We couldn't be
cheat.
more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
Oh, he's new.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Yeah.
Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
To the cabin! Yeah. Listening to the...
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped
Yeah, last
wood and broken
time we
boards.
went through
Their
this the
splintered
second
edges
time,
as
it was like a
uninviting as shattered
temple or
glass.
whatever.
The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm gonna take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. It feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
That could be true, but now we're just gonna kill her a bunch. We've already made our
The door
choice.
to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
Yep.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
And we will.
Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
I'm working
Her
on it.
grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time. As you
Hold
descend
on.
the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Okay, so if she's how we perceive her,
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
screw it.
The princess falls silent, her smile unwavering as you charge across the room.
Why should you look like that?
She hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now, but make sure you keep your eyes on those hands. I don't trust her for a second. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Yeah, I should have
me.
guessed.
Not ours, right?
No, definitely ours.
Hers at first,
What?
then yours.
Hehe.
Hee.
How? What did she even hit us with?
Probably.
You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with.
Oh, jeez.
And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and out of her body like some extra metallic limb.
Whoa.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
Yeah.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yeah. The arms race. What?
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin. You're what? I feel dizzy.
Whoa. Interior of the cabin is sharp, constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards. Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight. Good. It's better that way. Without a fight, no one can win. And if no one can win, then nothing has any meaning.
Okay.
Right, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
Quite a few.
This is our third?
Yes.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
I'm trying!
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. Nah, impossibly high stakes make the fight so much better. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually.
We will win eventually. Hell, we might even win now.
That's a fighting spirit I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this one. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
There's only the
no door, it's
mirror.
just that mirror. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust
Oh yeah,
it.
like everything else is like has a shifting quality to it, and then the mirror is just there.
If it's in our way, let's just break it and move.
To the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach for... Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Oh.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
Okay.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Let's just get to the princess already. I didn't care about the mirror before, and I care about it even less now.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Ow.
Your
Hello.
body tumbles onto the basement floor, and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing coming if she thinks we're going down easy again.
Yeah.
Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
Look, man, I'm trying.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now. You're in
Whoa,
the
that's
slicing you.
sick.
From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us, and I'm out of ideas.
I don't, Yeah, we're going about it.
Yes, yes. This is
We
the
just gotta
best
remember to
idea
bob and...
anyone has ever had.
I agree, voice
Yeah,
of the stubborn.
sure. Why the hell not? Let's see if we can turn off the part of us that feels things.
Pain is good. It's how we stay alive.
Shut up, you.
Nah, I'm sick of pain.
Yeah, this whole thing would be a lot more tolerable if it didn't hurt so much.
Do your worst.
Sure thing. I love a challenge. I bet I can hurt you so much.
No.
The princess closes the distance and we dodge. And
Yeah.
dodge. And we fight back.
Time to stab a mofo.
And you fight back.
Oh, you're fast. But let's see how fast you really are.
We dodge.
You and the princess enter a quick and vicious exchange, each of you wounding the other, but neither landing a fatal blow. Yes, yes, this is exactly it.
Hooray.
But the dance couldn't last forever. All it takes is a single clumsy moment. She skewers you.
Gotcha.
You dick.
And? Does it hurt? No. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you? I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some lines that I prefer not to be blurred. Are we still dead? Are we alive again? How are we even supposed to know the difference? If we didn't realize we were dead, then we made progress. Good job. Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
Or not.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? This is 4.
Yes.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
Well,
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
I'm gonna stab you
I
some
guess
more.
We don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
I'm sure that makes
We
sense.
don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. All we need is to keep fighting. Yeah, I'll pass on that. As long as we keep moving, why not? It's not like dying again and again is doing us any harm. Let's see how far this little mind hole goes, shall we?
Why the hell not?
Come on, show me something new.
Look at this. Where'd my thumb go? Whoa. Pretty weird, right? Is that what you were looking for? Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna try flirting with her. It doesn't work well, and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness sleeps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpired.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Thanks.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
What's the point? It's all the same.
Oh, great, you're back.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
That's not how this works.
See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
Oh yeah, that's the face of a person who reasons.
We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need. None of this is working. Think. She skewers you. And then everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 4.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin, and we'll take it from here. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Ho-ho! What if we throw it out the window? Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Couldn't say it better myself.
Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the same, really. How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
Hell yeah.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... Yeah,
Whoa.
leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win.
What did you say? Voice of the cheated. How about you stick to trying things and we'll stick to it.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Oh, this guy. How about this guy?
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Thank you.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs, or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't care, just want to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again?
Yeah?
I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
We live and well, baby.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Sure.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Okay.
Are you gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Yeah, new stimuli, bro.
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say, really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts.
I don't think I want you to talk about it anymore.
She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
We get that heart and we win.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy
Yes.
shit! She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine.
Okay. Love the passion. This seems a little much.
Yes, behold the perfect woman. Do you think we can throw her out the window?
I'm not above the
That
idea.
looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Oh, come on, man. It's right there. Okay,
What
shush.
just happened? It's so quiet.
You too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
I'm done gonna stab you up nice. You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes at you. The princess strikes as you approach, but as her blow finishes its art, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Thank you. Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and the ebb and flow, the shifting of tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound and the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition in hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you fear what's to come. This is a good end. Oh, and she turned into that. Do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Approach the mirror. You do so. Gaze into my reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. Whoa. You've grown. I've grown, apparently. Still can't really make out what I am. And that's spooky. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. The long quiet, that's what they called you? You were at the cabin.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and
Oh my
movement.
god, I
I
don't
am
care.
more than I was before.
That's
Whenever
crazy, man.
You are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Yeah, I'll wipe it.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Cool. Good for
We'll
you.
meet again.
I'm sure we will. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
On a path in the
At the end of
woods. To the cabin. We're gonna free her
Make
this
your
time.
way up the
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Oh.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save
How many
you.
times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I think since we're perceiving her as safe, she's safe.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
You shush you.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
We're getting you out of here.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
You're making a huge mistake.
Nah, I'm sure it's fine.
You're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I think they would, though. If there isn't a key, I'm gonna go check upstairs.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
Thank you.
You
BRB.
attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh,
Is someone else here? You try the door.
but it's locked from the outside. Hey, let me out of here.
Shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
You dick.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Well,
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
wow. That's not very nice.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
A slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on her.
Oh, I am so sorry, ma'am.
Unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything?
You want help with that,
She's
or?
not bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh no, that's not what I wanted to
Wait,
do.
This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Oh, you dick. Warn.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Ma'am, I'm trying.
The body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I'm not one for making good choices. Resisting.
Blade. Move the blade.
Nuh-uh.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Ma'am, this is a bad idea.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Something
I'm
dumb.
sorry. I'll try to be quick.
With what?
She plunges
Oh.
it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Nah.
She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Probably not.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Just
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
Oh, she'll be fine.
That's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
We did it. I think the damsel.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here
Yep,
to slay.
here to slay her. To the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. She will cheat. If only you... Excuse me?
What?
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He is trying to keep...
Last time? What are you...
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. I
Yeah.
do, but I also speak... Sure, yeah. Don't make
Yeah.
me make a-
Cool. To the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its end. The blade is your...
I'm going to approach the mirror this
Walk
time.
up to the wall next to the basement door.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or...
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous...
But there was a mirror, and now
There
it's
was.
gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Okay. To the basement. So we do,
The door
in
to the
fact, have
basement
some sort of
creaks open,
feathers.
revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing... A soft voice
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time.
Okay, blood chill.
We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Thank you.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
I know, we're just...
You walk
Hello.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you.
Oh,
Just
shut
tonight.
up.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
I'm back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
She also said
And
we
she
would
called
come
us
back.
A hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
Yeah, she ate her hand off last
Right,
time.
villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us.
True.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain.
Okay,
You've
let's...
died before.
So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Nope.
We damned a whole world. But nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you.
Ah,
This is horrible.
it's fine.
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her
Yeah.
like the lady she is.
We got 40 on both sides today.
Nice.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yeah.
I saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you in again? What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking. I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to
And
end.
I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. Not so sure.
Rescue the princess.
What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
What?
I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Yeah.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would.
I think you would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
We did it.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Okay, he cooked.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem, big dog.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Hooray. Hugs are nice.
Only you had a weapon. One slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved.
Oh, shush
Luckily
you.
for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Yeah.
What do we do now?
We skedaddle.
That sounds perfect.
Yippee!
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I am curious. Can I go back? Can I go back? Curious to see what would have happened if I asked her.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Oh, fuck you.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I do,
I'm just
but
along for the ride
it's
at
a
this
pretty
point.
nice ending. I think I've got this.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
Thank you.
You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
What can I say? I'm great at what I do.
I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one. You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
I won't be doing that. I'm not
You're
doing that.
this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Well, that's not nice.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Sure.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Yes!
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh, no. But you don't get a chance to make the jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where did she go? And is that a mirror?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
You approach the mirror.
I don't like that silence.
Withered. Find yourself in a long quiet once again.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I don't know.
You are what brings me meaning. Know that the pain of your journey will subside in due time. But you still have a ways to go before we are done. Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and tells me new secrets.
Raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your
There's
face.
nowhere for you to be but here. I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Okay. We go again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a prince. You're here to slay her. If
I'll do it. Alright. This time, we're gonna slay her and make sure she stays dead.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You step forward. You lunge forward without a moment's head.
Yep. There she is. She is dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs.
I think it darks out the
closing
choices
door
I've
to the
already
basement
made.
behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Outside is the scary place.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Okay.
I'm so glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Interesting. Keep hitting that button.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Well, I mean... Didn't you hear the
Are
name?
we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
No, I'm happy.
Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Cool.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Oh.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
Is it me dying?
Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Pretty much.
Don't you dare. How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but...
I mean, yeah, man, I zoned out like 3 minutes ago. I need new stimuli.
That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
I'll be pretty
If we
upset if we die.
You can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Sorry.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Damn.
Pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Okay. The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
Is
you're here
Princess
to slay her.
Slayer. Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. I'm getting a terrible sense. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no. To kill myself. What am I doing here? To the cabin!
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat,
cheat.
she won't be a problem.
Hello. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners.
You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
We did. The mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
There's no mirror.
And now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough.
To the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table.
To the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Perhaps.
The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
Yep.
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
She a ghost.
Ghost?
Ghost.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
I don't know, man.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Sorry.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Perhaps. Wait and see how things play out. I'm gonna wait and see how things
I
play
see
out.
you brought that annoying knife again.
I did.
So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
I killed you. What are you doing not being dead? You threatened me last time. I'm sorry I killed you last. Shouldn't have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge? Because I already did that, and it wouldn't be hard to do it again. Is there any way I can make it up to you? The people who wanted you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up. What do you want from me? I died too. I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I different? Why are you different? I guess I should kill you. If you're dead, then there really isn't much for me to do. I guess I'll get going.
This isn't a solution. Nobody wins here.
Well, I mean, she's already dead though, mate.
You're...
Oh, she's upset, isn't she?
You're abandoning me here?
I mean, you're
It
dead.
would seem so, yes.
After everything you've done to me, you've chosen to do more?
The princess starts to float erratically from side to side, her cold exterior melting away.
But just believe in me, then I'm really just going to be stuck here forever. That there's nothing I can do. It's just going to go on and on and on and on, lonely and sad and hurting and empty. No, no, not that!
She's about to try something. Get ready. The princess passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like nothing at all. Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad?
I don't know, man.
Let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that. Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery anger.
But I guess you've turned me into something worse.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened.
And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Uh-oh.
You do
Bye-bye.
your best to pull away, but it's as if her arm, embedded in your body, is rooting you in place.
Leaving so soon.
That was the plan.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific sound, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you won't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor. You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, glowing ectoplasm leaking from the wound.
Yeah.
But it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. It thumps unsettlingly.
Did we get her?
Yes.
Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never
Nope.
know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
The Wraith.
You're on a path in the
Ooh,
Here we
spooky.
go again. Off to slay her. Again.
The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles.
Come on. Let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's
Yep.
gotta be a way out of this. There's got...
Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all
It could be.
ridiculous? There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of...
I think that's exactly
Yeah,
it's
some
all
sick
again.
joke.
Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even.
Way more than twice.
Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any...
Well, we didn't have to start out.
We killed ourselves.
Kinda.
And why, pray tell, did you... Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us.
That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending.
The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void. And then you told us we were happy.
Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful.
It was boring.
It was bullshit.
So you killed yourself?
Yeah.
Yes. And then she killed us.
even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also whatever you did the first time. It sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems...
All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something. Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe.
And you should. I mean, I haven't.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Well, then to the cabin.
Continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, the more he talks, the more I'm interested in... Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. It sounds like somebody's about... There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
To the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it? You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. What are the odds she's waiting for us right now, just out of sight, on the other side of that glass? You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Cool.
Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
Whoa.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. But you decided it would be best to try and bury me all over again. You're not getting another chance to mess this up. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
But you kind of fucked up my leg.
You get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Look, we're even now. I killed you, and then you killed me water under the bridge, right? Victim in all this too, you know. Wouldn't possessing me against my will make you no better than me? You don't have to be evil. You don't have to do this. Do you need to take my body? Can't I just open the door for you?
I don't think you get the magnitude of hatred that sits between us. You've broken more trust than I thought I had.
Okay.
Oh, we're past the point of compromise. I'm taking your body, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Struggle.
Violently struggle against the princess, but all you manage to do is grind the fragments of your splintered ankle together. You can't shake free from her now.
It's so easy to make you squirm. But I won't be crueler than I have to be. I don't even want to cause any more damage. It'll be hard enough for me to walk out of here on that broken ankle.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her
Hello.
torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Owie.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know. Don't help either of them. Flip the table. That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
I like that idea. I'm gonna move into the abyss.
Still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. I know you feel it too.
To the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Even if you throw yourself into the abyss, you still lose.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you hate me?
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. What an end. But at least it's ours.
Yeah.
An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving. We're all apart. At least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
What do you mean what happens now? You wanted it.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Oh? And why is that?
You should be better punished your head. You laugh. Go on. It's just you and you and you and me. Idiot.
He's gone. But
Terminal velocity ceases and you feel a something, a mass, a growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
You're being taken by the hands. Sorry. Bye-bye. But you don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance underneath your feet. Once more, memory
she's
returns.
gone. Where did she go?
Nope.
Oh, there's that mirror again.
We've been here
It
before.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's going to do something to us. You don't need to comfort them.
See ya. You approach the mirror.
I don't like that silence.
You've unraveled. I don't really know what that means, but cool. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. To the cabin! You're at the cabin. Approach! Sup?
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Think there are people out there? Do you think anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Thoughts on the vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between. It doesn't matter if there are. People are frail and impermanent. You and I are the only things that interest me. No, the point of awakening is to find out. We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Okay.
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't really know. Okay, so he does. For sure.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I
Really?
will be here, waiting for you.
Interesting. How many achievements are there?
You're on a path in the woods.
Yeah, on a path.
And
in
at the end of that
woods.
path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Holy shit. There's 97. I have 15 of them.
You're here
Well.
to slay her.
To the cabin. To the cabin. Take the blade.
Good.
Down the
You're
stairs.
still listening to reason. You step.
Nerves. Whoops.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all. Holy shit, that hurt!
Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. This is new. I wasn't expecting this. Shit. Step forward. Grip the blade tightens. Oh no, not that fine. Makes, I'm probably chained up in the basement, and if the knife is so, you should just drop it. Best not. Then I'm not talking to you. Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts. You attempt to run through her as the moments and hesitation is all she needs. Sidestep, thrust, delivers. Feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
The princess
Oh.
gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The adversary.
You're on a path in the woods, and at
Wasn't
the end of that
expecting
path
this.
is a cabin. And in the basement of the cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yep.
You have already.
Yep. To the cabin.
A warning before you go any
Yep.
further. She will lie.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of...
Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the
So
princess
just
is
keep
capable
lying
of lying
in.
in. It was to give you some broadly the princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So
Yep.
Crystal, let's just...
Kevin.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The blade is your implement.
Take the blade.
You-
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
How strong is she?
Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess
Oh,
comes into
madam.
view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Yes, madam. Slay the princess.
Good. With a singular focus, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard.
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this.
I know, right?
Pushing.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Keep pushing.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes. You get it, don't you?
Oh, I get it. I do.
Nothing exists outside of us. It's just you and me, dying and coming back, clashing against each other. Forever.
That's not what's going on. There's an entire world at stake here.
Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters is getting stronger. And the only way to get stronger is to win, even if it takes us forever to get there.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. As she strikes you again, you hear the whine of straining metal, and then a snap. It would appear that she's loose.
We're fine.
But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor. Oops.
I said we're fine.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
She tosses it at your feet.
Oh, and you said nothing exists outside of the smart of this world. Don't you want to be free, though? Actually, I think I'm done fighting you. Nope. We go again.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of fluid, and it's over. It's finally over.
No, it's not. We're just getting started.
But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that.
Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
Rip and tear.
No, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. Alive.
Ha! I told you. I told you this wasn't over.
What about her? The blade went right through her heart.
What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
No, she's dead. She has to be... No! Right.
We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet.
You know what to do. Again.
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that? All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all. Oh, we just missed her heart? Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over. Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
I don't know, man. No point.
An unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in front of your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you...
And then we get up.
Rip and tear. Rip and tear.
Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one. More.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows. Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
Ray!
We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
But he doesn't answer. Voice. He'll never answer. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Did we do this?
Sorry.
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
The princess stumbles and her body
I
slumps.
feel so... tired.
Here come the hands. Yep. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's gone.
returns.
Is that a...
You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the prince.
You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and you see a figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Ooh. So we are like this kind of... Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. See, I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? I have many questions. Does it hurt when you're pieces? Sorry, I don't know. Part of me.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far. I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore. Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically. We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save. Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. By slaying the princess, once she's gone, everyone will get to exist exactly as they are. No more fear, no more howling chaos, just life. Forever. If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Two more questions.
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end. Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet. A vast and nascent god, and it's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Whoa.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation? Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save you, then so be it.
Whoa.
The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
Hello.
You cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict. Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back. We are the whole of reality.
Boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. going to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me. I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine?
Is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with?
Blood, I don't know what you're yapping about.
A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
Why would I stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine? It's so peaceful here. Beautiful. Eternal. But ever-changing.
As the clash between your abates, you begin to shake. It will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together. Even now you think you can destroy me. If it takes all of eternity to break your delusion, I will still break it.
You don't have to face her alone.
Hey, yo.
Apparently that's not true, but we can worry about it later. You'll never be able to strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
We both know why you're here. You don't have to draw it out for my sake.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. That sight brings me back. You're going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
So this is it then. Let's see this through.
So, that's how it is. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back. Then we did what we set out to do. Come on, let's get going. We don't need to linger down here anymore. It's quiet here. He's gone, she's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us. It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
We really did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the rules. This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
The whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself.
Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now.
I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable. Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it.
Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better.
Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe.
It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
Okay then. We slayed Princess. Oh god damn. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. I don't understand anything. But that was fun. It was interesting. An interesting game indeed. That was Slay the Princess. I hope you all enjoyed this full playthrough. Maybe I'll go back, see what else there is to see. I mean, we didn't get all the things, and I'm sure there was more we could do. So I hope you all enjoyed. Yeah. It's very interesting. Very weird story. But I hope you all enjoyed. And as always,